Hi everybody. How are you doing? This is the new moon in Scorpio for this year 2021 reading for the water signs exclusively. I definitely advise you to go back and look at my collective reading for the new moon. And also, this is for sun sign in Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or moon sign in Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. If you have an additional sun sign or moon sign element, I advise you to look over there also, just because the new moon is all about energies in our sun sign and also in our moon sign. And I say this because this is when the moon is the closest to the sun. And basically when the sun and the moon, they are at the same, they're in the same energy. Okay. So that's very, very important. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. Scorpio is a sign of basically, clearing out toxins and also transformation. And also with this being about the moon, this is meaning that for you water signs, and if water is in your sun or in your moon sign, it's going to be heavily affected there. But don't worry, because this also means this is an element that you kind of deal with all the time. And so it being heavily affected, you're kind of knowing how to ride. You're intuitively, because you live intuitively already, this is definitely a time and a way for intuition. So this is kind of something that you're gonna have an easier time going through, easier than the other elements, because it's basically, I mean, it's your element, right? That's pretty much it. That's why. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Animal Spirit Guidebook. I actually pulled out 5. I usually pull out 4, but an additional one was calling out. It was the buffalo. The buffalo was calling out, and something was saying to pick up the buffalo, and I didn't do that. But then when I opened the book, it went right to the buffalo, and I was like, okay, I'll pull out the buffalo and we'll add the buffalo to this. Another thing is, for your spirit messages, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be a little bit of a longer reading, I'm not going to lie. So definitely make yourself comfortable. Get your tea, your water, get some snacks, whatever you need, okay? Because this is going to be, I had to kind of like prepare myself for this, because I was like, okay, I'm knowing this is going to be long, because we are talking about a water element, and there's going to be a lot of messages, and I can already tell, yeah, there's going to be additional messages here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the animal spirit, okay? We're looking at animal spirits that are with water signs at this time that are helping guide you, okay? So the first one that we have is the buffalo. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. So water signs, you guys, like I told you before, you guys are taking the reins of this new moon. I mean, anytime the moon does something, you're going to be taking the reins of it, because, like I said, the moon is very emotional. It rules Cancer, Cancerian energy. This is also a new moon sign, a new moon in another water sign, Scorpio. So Cancer energy and Scorpio are going to be very affected by this. Pisces also, water. So this is something, you're in your element right now with this spiritual journey, this little mini trip that everybody's taking right now. So you're grounded yet heavenly. So in practical yet spiritual, you're balanced. So what's going on in the spirit world and spiritually with your emotions, you're bringing your emotions into a practical sense. This is how you're breaking down your emotions practically. You already know the journey. You already know, okay, I know that there's going to be some tears. I know I need to take care of myself. I know that I need to probably take some time alone and be by myself. I know that I'm going to have to express my emotions. I know that I'm going to have to talk about it. I know I'm going to have to release my emotions in a healthy manner. Like all of these things that maybe people that are used to other elements and living their life in other elements, all of these things that maybe have to be told to somebody, this is something that you already know because you live in your instincts. So the buffalo was very grounded. It's also even in the picture, it's an earth element. This sign here, the arrow pointing down with the line on the bottom, this is earth. So this is an earth element animal, but if you notice, there's also the sky here, and it's purple like the crown chakra, okay? It's purple like the crown chakra, and it's downloads coming in through, like, this is like the lightning is the downloads coming in, and this is in the air. So this is a balance between earth and air, okay? So when this spirit is in balance, you're going to be trusting and pure presence. If you're not in this state now, this is the state that you're kind of moving in, okay? This is the state that spirit's pushing you in and you're intuitively going to. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, pray. So a lot of you are meditating and balancing out. This is a big piece. I think you intuitively already know this, to pray and to meditate and to center. However that you do it, it doesn't have to be, because to me, I'm thinking prayer doesn't just have to be you bending on knees and putting your hands together and closing your eyes. Meditation doesn't have to be you sitting down crisscross applesauce and saying all the time. To me, that's not the only form to pray, and it's not the only form to meditate. Okay. There's other ways to do it, and you intuitively know that. Sometimes it's cooking, sometimes it's singing, sometimes it's, just art forms, making a song, writing a book, acting, anything, running, exercise. There's plenty of ways that you can balance out your energy. So whatever you do for prayer and meditation, this is something that you're doing. You are centering your energies. Okay. Awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. The next one, we have the wolf. This is also an earth element, but you see there's some fire here, and the fire is almost like wings for the wolf. This is a earth and a fire. This is earth and fire inspired grounding, okay? So grounding your passions. What are you passionate about? Guardian of family and tribe, activism, ritual. You see that? Guardian of family and tribe. So family, your loved ones. These are things that you love and you're passionate about. Activism. Maybe there's something there's some change that you want to make in the world, or maybe there's just things in the world that you don't agree with, okay? Ritual. Traditions. There's a traditional sense around you in your emotions. Do you keep some sort of tradition? The wolf is also a very, this is a very wise and very old, like, spirit guide, okay? But there's some sort of tradition that you keep hold of and that you do. Something that maybe a lot of you have something that's been passed down to you. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be a material thing. It can be psychic abilities. It can be you guys are healers. It can be a knowledge of herbs. It can be a dancer. It can be something like your family's traits. You have a lot of your family's traits that you inherited. And yeah, and you're blossoming, you're letting that blossom through, and you're able to get in touch with that because you're able to be very intuitive. And so your ancestors and angels and guardians, when they speak to you and they speak to you in emotions, you feel this. Yeah. So when in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. That's where you're going to. democratic, figuring out. A lot of you are leaders, okay? Sorry, that just popped out. These are all leadership cards. This buffalo is a leadership card. You have to be balanced. This wolf is very pack oriented. So like this is a leader wolf. This is the alpha wolf in this picture. Reliable, democratic, fearless. You guys, because you're so intuitive when it comes to group things, especially people that you care about and family, I think that you may be a person that figures out solutions in your situations. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. There may be a situation that you're in where it's requiring you to let go of something that you once wanted. Is some of you, because this is the wolf really walking you through letting things go, which makes sense because we're talking about a new moon, which can end things, right? But it's also things hidden too that you can work on. It's a purification time, kind of. Okay. Oops. So now we're gonna go into this one. This one says the crocodile. Okay, this is a water. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. Okay, you know what? Because the wolf said letting go, and this crocodile says cooling off, I think a lot of you, somebody made you mad. A lot of you water signs are mad, are you guys have some anger. I think this is a time to letting go of anger. I think this is a main energy here, anger. There's something that you're angry about, that and you're trying to find peace in that anger. So you're definitely, a lot of you are definitely taking time out to yourselves to cool off. But something might have made you really angry, and it's actually spraying a transformation in you. So when in balance, this is wisdom, patience, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To bring into balance, rest. So you guys are processing heavy emotions, but like I said, there's a feeling here that you guys are like, okay, I already got it. I know I'm feeling this way. Water signs, you almost don't even need to tell them that a new moon or a full moon is happening. They just feel it. And because they're moving with the flow. They're moving with the flow of the water and the flow of the moon energy. Okay. So, but there's something that, there's a journey in self. There's you guys are learning when to move and when to stay put. This is really what I got here. You're balancing every aspect of you. Wow. This is a big emotion, and I think your challenge is balancing. You guys have been really tested, like a series of tests, because you guys are balancing out every aspect. Okay, this is how the emotion is so big that you have to balance out your whole self and let go of the baggage, and to balance it out and to let it go. So something might have actually triggered you, because everybody's kind of going through a collective dark night of the soul. I only call it the dark night of the soul if it's somebody's first time, and if they're trying, or if they're doing it and there's some sort of resistance. Really what it is it's transformation, okay, with your inner child. So you're going through a transformation, and everybody's going through it. And as every year, people are more and more conscious about it. There's more people talking about it online and everything. So there's more people that are knowledgeable that, okay, we're going through something, even if it's like a little bit of knowledge or whatever. But you have a lot of knowledge. And even if you know about the dark night of the soul or not, you have that intuition. So you have that inner wisdom. You have that spiritual wisdom at your ready. So that's why you're by yourself. And you got to focus on yours. So you're resting because this is a heavy load and you know it. You're resting when you can. You're relaxing your mind, you're relaxing yourself when you can and processing this. Wow. I'm hoping that a lot of people that have strong elements and are able, like, have been able to mature their water element and their emotions, that people write more about it and blog more about it and talk more about it, because it is it's like it's not a hard process. It is a hard process, but I mean the process, like knowing what to do, is not a hard process. It's just more like a different language. It literally is kind of like learning a different language, but it's hard to learn it. But once you do, it's just kind of like the back of your hand, and it just becomes a part of life. And you stop looking at it like life sucks, and you start looking at it like, okay, we got to purge some of these things again. Let's just go ahead. It starts to be a part of life. It's normal. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that we can move, that the water signs especially can move. I think that collectively, that energy right now, spirit's trying to mature that energy so that people can process their emotions better. Because if collectively, if people can process their emotions more, like the more people process their emotions, the more knowledge is going to be dropped into the world, the more blessings is going to be dropped into the world. There's an unlimited amount of blessings from the spirit world that the spirit world can manifest. I mean, people can manifest into the physical. It's just people have to be open to it. And people cutting off from their emotions, it makes their it makes their experience it can make their experience a little harder in the long run. um yeah, so I'm hoping that water signs are journaling what they're doing, making journals, writing down their experiences, writing down their knowledge, what they know. Make sure you speak up when you get inclined to speak up, but also go with the flow. Just, yeah, and be yourself. Don't ever feel bad about being yourself and being emotional, because emotions is a big, big power. There's a reason why, you know, people have been tried, like, society has tried to make people that are highly emotional feel like emotions is a weakness, because emotions is your connection to spirit. That's the language of spirit. That's not a weakness. That's that's basically a whole nother world's language, right? So yeah, that's really deep. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the next one, which is another water element, and it's the frog. Clearing, cleansing, healing. Well, I mean, I think we just talked about this. Clear energy and enthusiasm for life when in balance. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. To bring into balance, lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. So a lot of you need to go around water. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. Around the moon time, I think it's good for everybody to be around water, but just making sure that you're taking care of yourself. I say drink a lot of water. I say take your spiritual baths. If you can go to a river, an ocean, a lake, I think that'll be great. Whatever you can do, okay, to get yourself around water, that's great, because this frog honestly cannot live without water. Even though it's not in the water, it's still raining. That's the only reason why it's out, because the water is falling from the sky, and that's it. Okay? Yeah, they need water. So, yeah, make sure you're doing your water spiritualisms, your baths and all that kind of stuff. This is what's going to cleanse you. You already know it. Oh, and another thing, don't forget, if you feel like crying, go ahead and cry, because you already know tears are a release of emotion. After you cry, you're going to be releasing emotion. And that's the baggage of what you need to do. Okay? You already know that though. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the last one, and this is the Phoenix. Freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. Okay, the Phoenix is actually represented by this is a Scorpio spirit, okay? This is a spirit that goes with Scorpion. The Phoenix burns up and becomes ashes, and then it rises from the ashes brand new. It's reborn from the ashes brand new. And it just keeps going through this cycle. This is the cycle. This is like literally what water signs do with the emotion. This is what emotions do. They change. They change us. We have to experience them. They gather knowledge from all lives that we've had. This is our spirit's language, so this holds also our spirit's knowledge. So if your spirit is 500 years old by our calculations, right? By human calculations, it's 500 years old. Well, your spirit has 500 years of experience to give you. And you are adding to that experience by your spirit being able to play the part of whoever you are. Okay? So this Phoenix is very, very important. This Phoenix is meaning right now you are going through a complete transformation. And I honestly think that this is very evident. This is why I'm saying like the water signs is going to be very intense at this time. The new moon, the sun, the moon, the sun and the moon are in a water element. And they're hitting two water elements at the same time. They're hitting Cancer because Cancer is the moon. And they're also hitting Scorpio because it's in the Scorpion energy that they're vibrating at. So like I said from the very beginning, this is going to be very intense for you. You already know, but it's kind of like you're like, I'm hearing like I have a survival kit to get through all this. I don't know what that survival kit is, but you're like, I have a survival kit to get through all this. I already know. I'm already knowing. Look, I feel like some of you, especially like some of you might have taken off of work, or some of you are, already knowing like, I'm about to pamper myself. I'm about to take my bath. I'm about to do this. I'm about to eat good. I'm about to, really spoil. Like, I feel like really get through this. You know what I mean? And really move through this. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take 3 cards from the Moonology deck. Okay. Positive Divine Spirit. Please, can I have 3 cards from the Moonology deck for the water signs? For the new moon in Scorpio reading this year. 3 cards. Okay. Ooh, new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Oh, look at you. So you guys there's some new love. There's love coming. How about this? Let me say it like this, because I don't like to, this is just me personally, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't me. I watch all the, like, I do watch the romantic tarot card readers online and everything. I watch them. Um it would be juicy on there. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd be all into it. But for me myself, I want to read more. I'm a person, I'll just read the basis of it. So don't just take this as romance, okay? This is love in all forms. A new romantic cycle begins. Even though I know it says romantic, I understand, but as this moon sign, and as it being in the moon and being emotional, this is love in all forms, okay? This is how I'm feeling about this energy right now. This can be love in you having another baby. This could be love in a friendship, a new family member. So somebody else might be having a baby or adopting, um, long lost people, because this is also Libra. So things are balancing out. This is something that you've worked for spiritually. You've worked for this. You've let go of a lot to bring this in. You've sacrificed a lot to really bring this in. You've done a lot of work, because this is the scales. You've done a lot of spiritual work. Let me see. Also, this could be romantic in the sense of another spouse. You might get a new love as in a new relationship, but this is just love, okay? I want you to think about this as the energy of love. And it can be romantic, because to me also, um, a friendship relationship can be romantic. Romantic doesn't have to mean something that is I'm sorry, because at the beginning I said romantic. What I should have said was sexual. It doesn't have to be sexual, okay? It can just be romantic, but it doesn't have to be sexual. You can be romantic with a friend. You guys go out on trips together, friendship trips together. You guys have friendship, sleepovers. You guys go have brunch, get your nails done, all that kind of stuff. That could be it too. It could be your child. It could be a child, and it's romantic because you guys are doing things. Romance is when you do things for somebody that you love, okay? When you romance them, you spoil them because you love them, okay? And I know that you know what that is about it, because if you have a water element in your sun or your moon, this really, you understand this fully. This is how you live your life. This is information that you know, okay? So the next one is void of course moon. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know that was a thing and that card was gonna pop up out of the deck. Void of course moon. I'm gonna have to research what that exactly means. But let's see. Nothing will come of this situation. Oh. Nothing will come of this situation. So you're gonna have to use your discernment. I think that this could be nothing bad will come of the situation, or nothing good will come of the situation, or nothing at all will come of the situation. You might just be sent somebody that's coming in your life that's just supposed to be there for a season, and you may know this. And this is the thing with water signs, is a lot of you are matured emotionally in your emotional intelligence enough to understand to now fully consciously understand when somebody comes in your life. If this person is in your life for a season, a season, a reason, or a lifetime. That's what my mom always says: a season, a reason, or a lifetime. You may actually really honestly be able to know that consciously, and not just know it. I don't think that you've ever not been able to know it, but actually believe in it and actually have that confidence in your own intuition. Okay. The next thing, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let pride get in your way. This to me is basically, don't let what you want to feel, because this is relating to a water element now. Don't let what you want to feel get in the way of what really is there. Okay? You guys are going in a situation where you are very conscious about uh how relationships are going to be, how relationship, like the purpose of relationships, and this knowledge is from the spirit world. So whereas you might have been knowing that somebody's people, they weren't supposed to be in your life for a lifetime, you might have wanted that, because that's, full moon in Leo. This is that pride thing. This is this passions. That was a passionate thing that you might have wanted. You might have wanted that, but you knew it wasn't going to work out. But you went along with it anyway, because you wanted it. And spirit had to show you how to let go. And now, because you're going through the process of letting go now, and there's a lot of situations, and as you've gone forward, because you've mastered letting go so much, spirit's throwing a lot at you. And don't get me wrong, it's throwing you dimes, it's throwing you, gold, and it's throwing you, it's throwing you gold, but it's also throwing a lot of glitter. There's a lot of glitter. And spirit is doing that on purpose and the amount that it's sending you right now is on purpose, because it wants you to sift through all of that. Okay? And use your discernment. Can you follow the light? This is something that you can do. Now, when you see it, are you going to keep, like, if you see a piece of glitter that's like, maybe one of the glitters was a nice big chunk, and you're like, oh, I know this isn't gold, but it's a big chunk of glitter, and it's sparkly and everything. It's almost like gold, almost, but it's not. So it's teaching you how to let go, how to use your mind, your mental intelligence, and your emotional intelligence. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it this way. Your mind, your mental, and your emotions creating mental intelligence and emotional intelligence. Okay? That's what you're working on right now. And you know that you have to see, you're understanding the purpose of discernment. You're getting a lot of downloads. Yeah, you're getting a lot of downloads. You're understanding the purpose of discernment. And discernment leads to ascension. Good discernment leads to ascension. That's what you're understanding. And spirit's having you sift through all of this. You're understanding that we all have to do it consciously, and you're going through getting it. Wow. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna. Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh no. Where did those cards go? I want to keep these cards out. There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and go over your spirit messages. Okay. So the basis of everything is self. Like I said, not surprising. Working on self, working on ego. You are supercharged right now. You are being charged by the sun and the moon at the same time. The sun is definitely, now it might be, yeah, because full moon is cleansing, new moon is charging, because the sun and the moon together. You're like you're an energetic bunny right now. Like you're just like ding 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 ding, probably all over the place and everything. But yes, right now it's self. Who are you, right? Who are you? What do you want to do? What are you going to create? What are you going to be? What do you want? That's why you pulled your energy back. So you can focus on this experience and this journey. This is beautiful. I think a lot of water signs are quiet right now to the world. They're in this journey. She's meditating, and she's got the two dragons wrapped around her, like she's working. So some of you have dragon spirit, or dragon spirits, or dragons in the spirit world, and some of you were heavily led by dragons. Okay, dragon spirit. Okay, some of you may have like a connection to the doves. This is popping out. This may be ancestors. You may have three, or guides. I'm seeing these as some sort of guides, which can be your ancestors, angels, all of energy, animals, all this kind of stuff. But I'm seeing these are guides from the spirit world. There's three main ones. And I'm seeing dragon spirit. This dragon spirit is living in you right now. Oh, wow. Transformation. This is a big transformation. Yeah. Wow. You are completely focused. You're glowing. Look at this energy. You're glowing. You are shining. Wow. People probably really want to be around you right now, but you're keeping your light, and you're focusing it. Look at this magic in her hands. She's like these sparkles and everything. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. That's great. Okay, so now we're gonna move on. The main energy is stability. You are, yeah, you're balanced. You're balanced, and you're building stability. You're taking your time. You are into, like, you're here and you're in the spiritual world. You are balancing things out, and you're doing it beautifully. You are harnessing this energy, and you're building something. You've already got the foundations. You're building on already strong foundations too. That's amazing. Okay, so here we go here with the 7 of fire. This is a journey. This is a type of beginning of the journey card. Okay, she's got the 2 cats there. This is very feminine energy, feminine fire, passion. There's something you manifested, and you were in the feminine energy. You were in a fiery feminine energy when you manifested this. There's a manifestation coming in, and this manifestation has actually led you to balancing yourself, because through manifestation, you actually balance out yourself. You cannot manifest and not balance out yourself. I don't care what anybody has to say. You cannot manifest with the divine and not work on your inner self. There's something big that you're trying to manifest. You might have been manifesting this for a while. And you're at the point where this is paying off. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. So now in the present, that leads you, like I said, when you manifest, you start working on the inside of yourself, okay? This is your emotion and intellect. Emotion and intellect. This is, again, balancing emotion and intellect. You're building your boundaries. You're seeing things. There's a piece of you that's growing. You're blossoming right now. You're like a lotus flower that's blossoming, and you're shining bright, and you're balanced. This is a big thing. You are balanced. Balancing your emotions and your intellect, your emotional intelligence, being able to be practical. You're listening to spirit, your guides, your higher self, your knowledge, God. Wow. Yeah. You are really, really, you are really leading the way on this water signs, you're leading the way. You've got some powerful energy that you're doing. And I think you know this because a lot of people are trying to get around you. There's a lot of people that are going to try and get around you around this time. I'm not going to lie. They're going to want a piece of that energy. They're going to want some of this light. And you know it. Spirit's already told you. I think a lot of you, especially depending on how ascended that you are going through this, a lot of you going through this time, a lot of you already know this. Spirit's already told you this. So now you have Two of Earth, which is again balancing. This is a balancing thing. She's balancing these eggs. But you see, she has this eye here. This is this knowledge. That's that higher knowledge shining and beaming right now. And it's like, yeah, girl, you know, you got, put your hand right here. Now put your hand right there. Now put your hand right there. Now here. They seeing everything for what it is in the physical. A lot of you got a third eye. You want to know something? And I didn't even notice this. This third eye is open. Okay, now I get it. So this is fire. So your third eye has been open, but nobody could see it. They could just see your light. Now, people see your third eye open and they see you, like there's some sort of you're going to start learning how to harness your light. See, this is how you're like, you let your light out all the way when you're alone. This is you with the wall up and using your third eye, your intelligence, your mind, the connection between mind and emotions, physical and spirit. Your spirit's eye, looking around, seeing everything. Oh my gosh, and look, an emotion and intelligence. There's the eye again, and a dragon at the bottom. That's an eye. Wow. Let me see if we have any other eyes. Okay, we have one more eye coming up. I don't want to forget. But yes, the eye. The eye is like being supercharged right now. People are going to see it. People are going to see your eye, but they're no longer going to be able to touch your energy. I think a lot of you are learning how to block your energy from other people. I think a lot of you are learning how to guard your energy during this time. Even when you're up to somebody face to face in person, you're learning how to guard it. You're learning how to harness it. You're learning a lot about yourself and your energy because you've gone through multiple transformations, and now that you're taking time to yourself, you're learning more about yourself. Okay. You're learning more about yourself. You're a whole different person than you were a year ago, or especially 2 years ago, 5 years ago, completely, almost. As far as personality wise, right now you shed your personality and you went to your character. And so now you're getting to know yourself with character and choosing what your personality is going to be, which you may have already done that before in the past, but now you're just going through it again. Now, as the ultimate result, we have the King of Earth here. Okay. This is abundance. This is abundance in money. This is abundance in peace. This is abundance in harmony. This is not having to worry about anything. This is being very stable. You guys, water signs are moving to a stable place. So whatever it is that you're working on as far as money, or you're being very much blessed by this because you're being, okay, I get it. You're being trained for some sort of a leadership. This project of what you're working on, whatever it is, whether it's artistic with, well, I think everything is an art form. So maybe I'm not going to say artistic, but whether it's singing, whether it's inventing, whether it's, talking to people, whether it's going to school, whatever it is, this is going to pay off. And when I say pay off, I mean very, very soon. A lot of you are getting this abundance. Let's see, we're in November, before the end of the month. If you haven't already gotten it, you're going to be in King of Pentacles energy. Okay. So now that we see that, we're going to actually see why. Why are you going in? Like, what did you do to get into? We're going to look a little bit deeper. Why exactly are you going into King of Pentacles energy? We've just talked about the basis of what you've been doing, but now we're going to get into more so the why. So remember that we talked about the immediate energy that you're in is stability. This is, double backed by the 9 of Earth here, which is abundance, harmony. This is also Empress energy. Okay. This is Empress energy, balancing of all 4 elements. Avatar stuff. You know what I mean? All 4 queens in the deck. Okay. You guys are very comfortable. You guys are there. There's a level of comfort. And if you're not there, this may be something that you're working on. You're not that far away from it, but you guys have your needs met. Spiritually, you know that spirit has your back. And look, oh, hold on. I want to look. Okay. Yeah. The king of Earth, he has his third eye right there. This 9 of Pentacles, she has her third eye right there. You guys, your third eye, you guys are connected. Okay, wow. So in the recent past, there's the 8 of, this is the 8 of air. 8 of Swords in the traditional deck. Now for this deck, it's a little bit different. This deck is more talking about responsibility, having to take responsibility. So there, in the recent past, you've evaluated your own behavior. You've looked yourself in the mirror. You've done that hard work. You've evaluated where you might have been wrong in a situation, where you might have been right in a situation. You've been brutally honest. And you've had yourself go through the motions of that and go through the feelings and the emotions of why you felt this way. Okay? This is very responsible. This was very quick for you too, because this is a air element. And you can see he's got one sword pointing up and one sword pointing down. The sword pointing down is where you were wrong. And you're like, okay, well, I deserve a stab on my hand then. This is where you were right, for a stab on somebody else's hand. The only thing about this, so this is good. You've been very careful with your judgment, even on others, is what I'm hearing. You've been careful not to judge others harsher than you would judge yourself. And you've also been caring for yourself too, and giving yourself self-love to make sure that you judge others in a form of love. At least that's what I'm feeling off of this information. But it may seem kind of cold to others, because you're also judging people about their intentions. You're judging people, and oh my gosh, he has a third eye too. The third eye keeps popping out. You're judging people through, you're like a judge from spirit, and you judged yourself. You've been, there's some sort of a judgment that you've been through. So right now you're by yourself. Wisdom, you using wisdom. These are 3 things now that you're dealing with. This is what's getting you to this is why you're going to the King of Earth. You're balancing out. This is what you're doing, your action. This is what Spirit's moving you towards. You're balancing out your emotion and intellect, and that's very wise. You're doing it by yourself. That's very wise. You're using wisdom to get through this. Knowledge and wisdom are two different things. Wisdom is gained through experience. Knowledge is just tools to get through the experience. But you get to wisdom when you're done with the experience. This is why I'm saying this isn't a first time for you to go through, especially this is a super new moon. So this is even more intense. This is not your first rodeo. That's why I'm saying I think Spirit's saying a lot more water signs need to be writing down what's going on as far as teaching what they know about emotional experiences. Now, in the near future, remember, you're balancing things out. You're balancing, work and play. You're balancing out your life, really. And you're doing it in harmony in the near future. There's a balance that's coming in. This is that super mom, super dad, super boss energy. You guys are about done with this main transformation as far as this you guys have gone through this last cycle, and those of you especially that have ascended up, you've already ascended, and you're about done with the beginning of resting after going through the last cycle and everything, and getting to know yourself, and now you're kind of getting some footing in this new cycle. You're getting some footing. You're getting some balance now to move forward. And we have here the Two of Air, which is talking about duality. This, to me, this is definitely strong Gemini energy. So good communication, balancing things out, looking at good and bad, keeping an open mind, really balancing yourself out. Okay, that's beautiful. This is why you're going to the King of Earth. This is why you're going from, basically, it's almost like Empress to Emperor energy, or being comfortable to being able to build again. You're very conscious about what's going on. You're knowing there's a time to be up and a time to be down. You're using both these things to balance out your life. And then even here too, the next thing here is journey. Now that you're in the King of Earth energy, now you're going into journey. This is why you're in the King of Earth energy, so you can go on a journey. And if you see here, on one side it's dark and on the other side it's light. This is like the moon. There's a dark side to the moon. There's always a dark side to the moon, whether you see it or not. And there's always a light side to the moon. And the moon is always lit on one side and always dark on another. Okay? So this has to deal with your journey. Okay? You've balanced this out. And now through balance, you're knowing that in life there's dark and there's light. You're very conscious about that. You're very conscious about balance. And you're allowing spirit to guide you through that balance. Oh my gosh. A lot of you are really being trained by spirit for leadership. This is really leadership training, because before I even started this reading, I was channeling this message about money. And I was like, okay, I think I want to do a video about this, because I've been sparked with a lot of creativity, but I'm going with the flow. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a Cancer Leo, so I'm definitely, going with the flow during this. But I was like, the spirit said, okay, if there was $1,000 and you put it in a neighborhood, and let's say that neighborhood had 10 people in it, 10 houses, 10 households in it. And each household was kind of struggling on money. We're coming up on Christmas. They were kind of struggling on money. and you take $1,000 and you drop it into that neighborhood. And let's say it's a neighborhood. I'm not talking about $1 million neighborhood. I'm just talking about, average income making people neighborhood. So people that are like kind of struggling a little bit and that may kind of struggle at times, but let's just say everybody's struggling at this time. So you drop $1,000 and let's say it's a cul-de-sac, a big old cul-de-sac. You drop $1,000 in the middle of that dead end cul-de-sac. What are the people going to do? So if somebody walks by it, if the people are likely to really fight over that money, if they all see it, they're all going to want it. They're all going to be mistrustful of each other, and they're all going to basically harm each other and beat each other up over this $1,000. Whereas it could, in some cases, it could lead to somebody's death. In some cases, it could lead to somebody's death. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. So in some cases, it could lead to somebody's death. Okay. It seriously really could lead to somebody's death. People can get hurt. People can get hospitalized because people are now going through where they want that money and they want it all to themselves. But here's the kicker. So these are people that look at the money like God. This is what Spirit said. These are people that look at money like God. Doesn't matter how much money they get, they're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? They're not gonna take, you can give that person $1 million. This person is, granted, they're probably going to, give some money to people that they know and everything, but they're not going to try and take this money and take, this tool and use it to better the community and better other people's lives and better their life and better their community and make the world a better place, right? So these are people that look at money as God because they'll do anything for it. They'll lie for it. So this money is above their word. It's above their morals. They'll cheat for it. They'll kill for it. They'll do anything for this money. Now, there's a person also who will look at the money and they'll see the money and then they'll just pocket it. And they'll say, whoo, you know what I mean? And they'll try and get out without anybody else seeing it. And if somebody might have saw this person, then that person will give the person that saw that they took the money a break of the money. Be like, here's like $100 or whatever. Don't tell nobody else. And they'll just keep paying people off. These aren't so bad. They don't look at money as God, but they look at money as a blessing. And so that's still warped in itself also, because money is a tool given to you to take care of your blessings. Your blessings is things that money can't buy. Money comes and goes. It's a tool. It's just used to take care of your blessings. Okay. If it's something that money can't buy, that is a blessing. This is just a tool. You can't take this anywhere. It's the tool to take care of the blessing, what's most important. Okay. So these are people that are just going to think, they think of themselves, but they're like, I'm not going to give money all power, but I will say it is a blessing. I will take it. You know what I mean? Then there's going to be the people that when they look at that money, they're going to take this money and then they're going to say, you know what? Everybody gets $100. It's $1,000. Everybody gets $100. Because yes, the $1,000 can really, really help out with one household. but the help is not long term. $1,000 isn't going to go past a month for that household. It's just going to be a little bit of ease, and then they're right back, where they were. So that's where you're looking at money as a tool. It's a tool to kind of help take the pressure off in life, right? So now I can use that money and I can go ahead and I can start giving it to other people. I can give that money to other people, okay? And now we all can be a little at ease. We all got a little $100. We all can go spend something. We can all have a little piece of happiness. It's enough to go around, because that's all that money is a tool. And with that tool, you took care of your emotions and your mind state, and you gave yourself a little bit of happiness. Everybody gets it. Now, those people are the leaders. Those people are leaders. Okay? That's a leader. That's how you can tell. But that right there, that test right there, this is what Spirit said. This test right there will tell you if somebody is a leader or not. It has to deal with your heart. That's an alpha. That's a sigma. What is your purpose? It's on the inside. That's why you can tell when puppies and kittens are little, you can tell who's the alpha, who's going to be the alpha, who's going to be this. It's in the heart, really. It really is in the heart. So a lot of you, like, that's telling me that water signs, getting to that leadership, that emotional leadership, it's something that is a little easier at the grabs. Now, whether you take it or not is up to you. But I'm seeing for this, water signs that are looking at this reading, this group of water signs is being taught for leadership here, okay? A leadership of some kind. You may have to start a community of some kind. I mean, you can have, like, a tea time social. You can have, a little reading group and at the library, a book club or something like that. But you're being put into leadership, and it has to deal with your craft. There's a craft that you've had investment in. All this earth coming up, this is years of work. Might be 1, might be 2, some of you it's 5, some of you it's 6, some of you it's 10, some of you it's 20. But this is a craft of some kind that you have years of wisdom and experience in, even if it might be from a reincarnation, from a past life. Your soul has put in effort, has put in work for this, has been prepared for this, has worked for this moment. Yeah, this is years. And like I said, a lot of you, this is past life. Joined with this life. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. I mean, I told you guys it was going to be a little bit of a longer reading, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at the storyline here of what's going on, okay? This is looking at things a little bit more in the physical, but more so emotional. So emotional pieces that are affecting, so things that are happening that are affecting your emotions right now. Okay, positive divine spirits, please give some information for the, for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for this new moon in Scorpio. What are we doing here? Okay. So we got a lot of messages coming out, but we're gonna go with the basis first. And this is world. You're in a new so you're in a new cycle. There's a cycle that's been completed, but this cycle that's been completed has given you a boost of some kind. You have ascended, and it's like you got like a trophy with this ascension. Either it's coming, or it's already with you, or it's very close on the way. Yeah, you like this month, November, you have, or how about this? Because this is a moon cycle reading, we're gonna say this next week, probably definitely before the full moon. You know what I mean? This is a big thing. This is a new completion, the world. And I'm looking at this as her holding a trophy. She's holding the world in her hands, and it looks like a trophy to me. Yeah. And there's a balance. There's new spiritual powers that you have too. A lot of you have gotten new spiritual powers. Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords energy right now. People might be coming up to you. This might be you going forward on something, whether it's like a business or whatever, or communication. This is communication. I'm thinking people are going to come and try and communicate with you a lot this new moon. Yeah, because you've had some sort of a victory in the past, recent past. There's been some sort of a victory. Of course, it is a big victory to finish a cycle. It's energetically known. People around you already know, even though it hasn't come here. For a lot of you, for some of you, I'm thinking it's a 75-25. 75% of you don't have it yet, and you guys, I think it's going to come the month of November. A lot of you before the full moon. But yeah, it definitely the month of November it's coming in. But everybody, it's already manifested to you in the spirit world. Like it's already came to you in the spirit world. So you see how this is coming into the world of his belly. The fire is coming from the air to the water. First of all, how does he have fire in the water? That's crazy. But so this is already magic because it's fire in water, and he's about to put this in his body. And that's the manifestation coming in. It's not all the way there, but people see it coming. People can feel it already coming to you. It's your trophy. Wow. Yeah, it's your trophy. You are in Queen of Wands energy. Okay. Bringing out. And for this, I'm looking at the lava. And this to me is Pele, even though it doesn't really say it fully. I see this as Pele, the goddess Pele, which is the lava goddess, I think, and she creates the islands and everything like that. And what's coming out to me in this picture is the lava coming out. Lava comes out from the center of the earth, and there's an unlimited amount of lava that Pele has. That lava is coming out, and that lava is your manifestation. This is you doing the things that you want to do. Oh my gosh, you cannot make this stuff up. The near future Empress energy. So a lot of you might be moving into Empress energy, or you are already Empress and you just manifested another thing, okay? There might be other things too. I think that there's a lot of things that are manifesting for you, but there's a big manifestation that's coming through first. Once this big manifestation comes in, and the fact that you got that, everything that's less than this manifestation is going to come very easily to you. So like if you're manifesting, like let's say you're manifesting on be owning an island. Okay, if you can manifest, and I'm just saying this, not saying that this has any more value in the spirit world or whatever, but it does here in the physical world. So in the physical world, an island is valued more than a mansion, buying a mansion, right? It costs more money. So let's say you were able to manifest something that big or something worth that much, right? And you were able to manifest that in. Well, then you can manifest a mansion at the drop of a dime. You get what I'm saying? People are going to be looking at you and you're like, okay, I'm getting all these mansions, or I'm getting all of this, or I'm getting all of that. They're going to be looking at you like, wow, wow, how'd you do that? How'd you do this? You're going into full on Empress energy. You're going to be tested. This is the ultimate result, is a devil energy though. Ooh, okay. That was a little unexpected. Yeah, you're going to be tested. This is a new test. I'm going to tell you what it is. The test, if you notice, she's in a cage, but there's so much gold around her. So why do you think somebody would try and cage a mermaid? Because they probably see how much does that mermaid cost on the market, right? And there's all this materialism that she has. This is probably the worth of a mermaid. This is probably enough gold and everything to buy a mermaid, to buy 10 mermaids, maybe even. So there's really no need for her to really get trapped. You are going to be tested a lot. I'm not going to lie. After this, new level, new devil. Okay. I'm not going to lie. This is devil energy. This to me is also materialism and trapping. There's going to be a lot of, now that you're in touch with your intuition the way that you are, the game has risen. So this is what you really need to be careful of. This is the aftermath of this new moon energy. This is the aftermath of what's going on, is making sure that this power doesn't trap you, that you don't get lost into materialism, okay? That you don't fall into temptation. There's going to be a lot more, there's going to be a lot steeper traps. New level, new devil, okay? You've risen the level. So the challenging energy towards you is upping a notch, okay? This is going to be very important, because I really I don't want to see this Empress energy. And like I said, that's that motherly energy. This Saturn is the tester. This devil energy is Saturn. The devil is Saturn. This is the challenges. This is the test. You're blessed. You're getting your footing together. And right when you get all that together, there go the devil right there. We about to test you on this stuff. If you're getting a lot of money, the devil's going to be there to test you, to make sure that you spend it well. These new gifts are being used for good and not for manipulative purposes, not for and I'm not saying don't give yourself a vacation, you know what I mean? But making sure that you're doing good, okay? So, because any sort of temptation is devil energy at this point in time. And when I'm saying temptation, I'm saying something that you know is wrong, but you really want to do it. Being with somebody that's already in a relationship with somebody else. You know, I don't think that you'll need to steal something, but I mean, for some of you, I mean, this is just popping up in my head, so it might relate for some of you. But having enough money to buy something out of a store, but stealing it anyway. You know what I mean? What do you think got this mermaid trapped? They had to put some sort of temptation in front of this mermaid. And it was probably a temptation that the mermaid didn't even need, that got her trapped and out of the water. And then she lost all her abundance. Yeah. So there's a trap. But for now, I mean, that's the ultimate result. That's actually very normal. Okay, so don't freak out. That's the purpose. You're in a new level. So new level, new devil. Okay. And for some of you, what I'm also feeling is we're gonna look a little bit deeper into this devil, but I actually think it's probably gonna be explained by these cards that kind of popped out. There was a competition. Okay. There was some sort of a competition. You may not have been in it because this really came out upside down, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down like that. But yeah, you were in some sort of a competition and maybe you didn't even know it. Five people are competing for your attention. This could also be something here. This is a thing with options. Remember at the beginning when we were looking into like the moon here? You're very conscious. New level, new devil. Every speck of glitter is the devil. Okay. But if you follow your intuition, you're gonna be fine. Okay. In some situations, all of the options are glitter. This is something you're gonna have to follow your intuition of. There's gonna be situations where, I mean, the devil is going to be trying to trick you. And I'm really serious. That devil energy where you're getting trick questions, like in school, since you're so smart, is it A, B, or C? And the thing about it is it's the invisible answer D, none of the above. Yes, look at this. You got the Knight of Cups here. You have love offers coming, and you have to go with the flow on spirit, because there's going to be some good glitter coming at you. I mean, it's going to be people, and I feel like this is going to be at you, thrown at you through people. This is also probably why you're taking your time to yourself, because you're knowing this is kind of a quiet before a storm, before people are about to be storming towards you. This is a lot of offers. Remember that new love, right? New love. Nothing will come of this situation. You're being tested. And I honestly really believe that the answer is, and this is for a lot of you, the answer is going to be that the right answer is none of the above. Yes, you got 5 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. There's again 5. I think this is going to be about 5, to be honest with you. I really honestly think this is going to be about 5 options when you get out of gate. Like people just boom, 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 coming to you to communicate with you. And they're going to be trying to trick you into thinking that there's going to be like a 10 of Cups with them. But there isn't. They all have a sword. And they all have a sword facing you. And they're going to be lying. They're going to be trying to emotionally manipulate you. This is how they're going to try and appear to you. Because this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 5 people here too. Yeah. One person's all the way in the background here. So you got one person. This might be the last person to come up to you. This person is really, really far out. This might be a person also that really, really might be screwing you over, or has screwed you over. This is somebody really, really outside of you. Okay. You got people that are offering you, fruits and juice and trying to make it look like they're going to all have a good time with you. But really, this is what they are, the Five of Swords. This is really, really closely equivalented to the devil. Okay? Because these people are they're just trying to cut you just because they want to. Just because they can. Just to like not, it's almost like there's a lot of people that are gonna want to knock you down a peg. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Knock her down a peg or two. Knock him down a peg or two. So there's going to be a lot of people that are coming up to you to emotionally manipulate you, and you're going to have to dodge that. It's going to be a lot of people. Okay, so now we have the Hierophant. We have the Two of Pentacles again, and we have the Queen of Swords. So this could be you in energy with these people, because I also see that you've got boundaries up, okay? And that's what you're balancing. You're balancing your boundaries in your heart, in your mind, in your passions. That's right there. And that's guiding you towards this new path with the Hierophant. So I really feel like I've been getting for the past couple of days in the Hierophant energy. People are going into the Hierophant energy here, which is knowledge. You know, there's a lot of books there. She's writing. She's a scholar. There's something you're working on. You've gone into a new ascension level. And so you have a lot of knowledge to gain. You have a lot of learning to do. You're very conscious of this. This is very good. But this is also means because you've gotten like a tool under your belt of consciousness of this journey, because of that, like I said, new level, new devil. Okay, so now we're going to kind of end this one out. We're going to kind of look at the Knight of Swords. What is the Knight of Swords offering here as the immediate energy of what's going on? I really think this Knight of Swords, especially looking at this extra information, I really think that this Knight of Swords here is the people that are the Five of Swords people, the Five of Wands people, the people that want to get you in a competition. This could also be 10 people altogether. It could be 5 people that want to get you in a competition and want to compete with you to be better than you. And it could be 5, or it could be 5 people that are trying to manipulate you here. This is in the near future. It really could be 10 people, or a combination, whatever it may be. Also, there's this 10 of Cups. Might be 5 people that are trying to compete to get a 10 of Cups like you. Might be 5, and an additional 5 people that are trying to get the 10 of Cups through you. Okay, so we got Knight of Swords. What is Knight of Swords saying? Okay, change, death. Knight of Swords, it comes in and it brings a storm. If you notice, this knight is coming on a tsunami. In Judgment, second chances. Okay, here's the other thing. This ascension level, death is a Scorpio energy. So we got Scorpio energy again. And then we have Judgment. Because you guys are so emotionally mature, and that means that you're mature with spirit, a lot of you have been given judgment. This is also why a lot of these people are coming towards you. You might get a lot of people that try to screw you over in the near future, but this is why. So don't look down on this. This is why. It's because you're there to put a judgment on them of some kind. Because of your purity, some of you this is part of being a leader, being able to pass judgment. So you're getting some sort of a power through spirit right now. Okay. So there's a lot of people from your past even that maybe they haven't fully gotten their judgment from you yet, or they have gotten a judgment from you. because they might have hurt your heart, or they might have taken advantage of you, or whatever. They're coming again for a second judgment from you. There's a lot of people that are willing, they're trying to work on something about themselves so that they can come in for a different judgment because they're going through karma. And I see 10 people knowing that you have that power, and 10 people that know that you have that power, and they may not fully know it consciously, but it's coming in, it's coming down into their knowledge consciously, and it's making them react in this way negatively towards you, like trying to compete with you, and I mean, I think compete may not be bad because at least they're inspired, you know what I mean? But it's definitely these people here. There's gonna be 5 that they're gonna they know they're gonna, it's like people like they think that maybe they can take your power or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to protect your energy and follow your intuition, okay? Because there's gonna be people that are literally going to try and trap you with some sort of with possibly magic that they made, and not magic of who they are. Okay? They're going to try, some people are going to try and take something from you. Some of this might be blood magic too. See, she's bleeding into the water because she cut herself. And they're not, but here's the thing, they don't want to do that. You see, they have a guide right here. The penguin's trying to be like, the penguin's like, they're there, this is their guide. They're going against their own intuition, and their guide is like, okay, well, you didn't do what I told you to do, and so it's gonna be a little rough for you. I'm not gonna lie, because you weren't supposed to do that, and now you got to go through your karma with that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, like what with that movie Soul off of Disney, Wild Coyote, Wild Coyote. She like did that. She said that, and to calm down the new souls. This is like how spirit guides are. It's like, okay, so we didn't choose the path to ascension. We chose the path to descension. It's okay. It's gonna be a little bit of a rougher road than what it could have been. Just so you know, you're gonna have to pay karma for this. Yeah. Because they don't know what they're doing. All of these people here look like they don't know what they're doing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, at least the 5, this is why I think it's a really big possibility that these are 2 different groups of people, and these are like a total of 10 people for you. Because on here, yes, there's like a competition, but also with this somebody that's in competition is also actually closer to inspiration to you rather than jealousy. So this can be turned into something good. You know what I mean? They're not gonna try and do, I don't see these people trying to do spell work on you. I see these people wanting to learn from you, actually. Yeah, I see these people kind of maybe possibly trying to learn from you. As far as that particular card, when I'm reading, these people don't look like they know anything of what they're doing. And they're cold. They're out in the cold. These are the people you're the ice queen with. These are the people out of your boundaries. You have to figure out who's going to be in this 10 of cups. What 5 are going to be in the 10 of cups? You got to decide between these 2 people. Wow. Between these 2 groups. I'm seeing it's going to be 10 people. 10 of them 10 of them is sent to you by the divine. 10 of the and have proven themselves and are ready for the next level and are ready to learn and are ready to be in. Because they're not fighting. Usually this is also kind of argument card, you know what I mean? Or a competition card, but they're actually not fighting in here. They're working together. They're working together to become better. These are the people that you need to lead, that deserve your leadership. These are the people that just want to take from you. You need to decide between this. That's why I say the devil is thick. The devil's coming thick. But don't worry, you have all the tools to go ahead and get through this. Okay, so what is the Queen of Wands saying? Okay, there's a Hermit energy once again. You know, we had wisdom already in this position. That's where you're at right now because you're bringing things in, you're going within, and then you got the Eight of Pentacles. And look at this Eight of Pentacles. She's bringing this, honey is bringing this here. You're bringing Eight of Pentacles. So you're working on something, and spirit is bringing you all of these spirits are bringing you gifts. If you notice, they're all in a line and they all have something to give her. They all have something to give. Wow. I mean, that makes sense because you're in your emotions and you're in your intuition. So that means you're actually receptive. You're being receptive to spirit right now. That's beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this, which is the Knight of Cups and the Fool. To me, the Fool is following spirit because this is leaving everything, all earthly things. She's going into she's coming from one world into another. She's bringing spirit into the physical, okay? And look, spirit already knew it.